This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. But here is the news for December 3rd, 2025, and there is a lot of it. 2 Magic Kingdom attractions are currently closed for major overhauls, and now Disney has shared roughly when we can expect both of these rides back. According to Disney, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin are reopening to guests in the spring of 2026. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad has been closed since January 6th of 2025 for its lengthy refurb, where they received all new track early during the refurbishment project. Of course, there's going to be a brand new scene on the ride. There may be more. Disney has said there's more magic and surprises still to announce at this point. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin has also been closed for its major overhaul to add Buddy the Support Bot, the new ride vehicles inspired by Star Command, with those video monitors offering real-time scoring and other exciting features, as well as new blasters with an always-on laser, new colors, and new light, sound, and haptics, and as well, updated targets. You've seen all this, of course, leading up to this point. But again, both will reopen in the spring. No exact date for either, but spring is another one of those theme park seasons that kind of sometimes doesn't fall into real spring. And so what I will say is I would bet anything you're probably going to get. That probably means they're going to try for before spring break. They may not make it with both of them, but that would be my guess. We'll have to wait and see exactly what spring means. But spring typically could be anywhere really from like March 1st until I dare say like mid-May. Is typically, or until Memorial Day weekend probably, is theme park spring. So we'll see if they do fall in that time frame or not. After a decade of guest requests, of course, Frozen Ever After at EPCOT is set to receive those new audio animatronics of Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff, modeled after the newer figures introduced in Hong Kong back in 2023. But Disney has now announced when we can expect those figures to debut. They will debut in February 2026. No exact date, but sometime during that month. Of course, Frozen Ever After opened back in 2016 when it replaced the Maelstrom attraction, and those projection or screen-faced figures were cutting edge and groundbreaking at the time, but over the years, guests have kind of fallen out of love with them. People don't think they look quite right, and so Disney realized that, and when they started developing the Hong Kong and Disneyland Paris versions of Frozen Ever After, and as well Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey for Japan, they decided we should just maybe build figures with physical faces. So it's coming February 2026. At EPCOT and Disney California Adventure, Soarin' Across America will debut with all new scenic vistas across our United States as part of Disney Celebrates America for the country's 250th anniversary, but it will debut first at Walt Disney World. It was announced earlier this year, Soarin' Across America will debut at Disney California Adventure on July 2nd of 2026, just in time for the 250th birthday of our country. However, at Walt Disney World, they said it will open by Memorial Day 2026. There's no exact date there, but by Memorial Day. Does that mean like just the Friday before Memorial Day? Does it mean sooner? Who knows? But either way, by Memorial Day at Walt Disney World at EPCOT, and at Disneyland Resort in Disney California Adventure on exactly July 2nd, 2026, which those date announcements kind of summarize the last 2 days for Disney parks, where Disneyland released their whole calendar for the year, and it has pretty much all like solid dates, and the Disney World one has a couple, but mostly seasons. We here in Walt Disney World area, at Walt Disney World, we weren't willing to commit to exact dates, but at Disneyland, they're like, here's the whole year. Here are all the dates for everything. The whole year. Anyway, the new adventure will showcase the United States from sea to shining sea, highlighting some of the country's natural beauty and iconic cityscapes. And like other versions of Soarin', it will include a special score and scents. Walt Disney Imagineering shared a behind-the-scenes look at the filming a couple weeks ago, and a teaser, of course, was released for the announcement with Patrick Warburton, our chief flight attendant. Disney has also announced the dates for the 2026 EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival. The festival will run for the same number of days as last year, but the event will run March 4th of 2026 through June 1st of 2026. It'll begin just over a week after the end of the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. Disney didn't give many details of the festival yet. That'll come later, but we do at least have the dates. Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets will open in summer 2026 on Sunset Boulevard at Disney's Hollywood Studios. But now we have a closing time frame for the current version of the attraction, that being Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. In an announcement by Disney today, the current version of the attraction will be available for guests until spring 2026. Of course, if you watched our last news on Monday, you know that the pre-show is already gone. Disney has started physical work on the Muppets version of the ride, so the Aerosmith pre-show, it's already done. It's gone, kids. Which at that point, the ride might as well be closed because it's basically just a roller coaster at that point. But Disney, again, said the work has begun. It will be done in phases to mitigate the amount of closure time the ride needs. But again, a spring closure, again, could really mean anywhere from March to May. And then summer would mean Memorial Day up until really September, like early September in theme park terms. So this is a real tight deadline. But again, they've started already, so they should be able to make it. Opening in the latter part of the summer in 2026, the magic of Disney animation will invite guests to step inside the world of Walt Disney Animation Studios at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And Disney has promised that guests of all ages can discover animated characters as they leap from their portraits, explore a playground inspired by Disney legend Mary Blair's Alice in Wonderland concept art. But now they have announced also that you'll be able to venture into Off the Page, a stunning area born of a collaboration between Walt Disney Animation Studios and Walt Disney Imagineering. Here, characters from Disney stories representing 6 unique departments of the animation studio will be waiting to greet guests. Each space will host incredible photo opportunities like Mulan posing with an oversized storyboard panel in the story department, or Rapunzel surrounded by a setting inspired by the classic multi-plane camera in the layout department. While these 2 characters have been revealed, it's not been revealed what the other 4 characters representing the other departments will be. But again, Disney said the next story we're going to talk about, that next thing is going to open sometime earlier in the summer and then sometime later in the summer, which could mean any time in the summer. The magic of Disney animation will be opening at the studios. Speaking about that adjacent venue, of course, the Disney Junior Play and Dance or Disney Junior Dance Party closed last year. Disney promised there would be a new show, and they have now confirmed that new show will be Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live, and it will debut in the summer of 2026. This show, of course, can currently be seen in the Disney Theater in Hollywoodland at Disney California Adventure. It debuted back on May 16th of 2025 there in Anaheim. The Orlando iteration will be the second version of this show to debut at Disney Parks. It's, of course, inspired by Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which ran from 2006 to 2016, and as well the revival Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus, which premiered last summer. After a successful first year, Cool Kids Summer is coming back to Walt Disney World Resort. We already knew that, but they've announced some of the returning offerings that will be a part of it. The upcoming limited time event will include, among other things, high energy dance parties once again at the GoofyCore in EPCOT and interactive games in all 4 parks. Additionally, Disney announced special ticket offers and deals will be available. Those will be announced in January. Walt Disney World also confirmed that this year's free water park admission offer for resort hotel guests will return for the summer of 2026. Walt Disney World confirmed that those Disney hotel guests would once again be able to enjoy free summer water park admission at least next summer. They didn't say it'd be for the whole year. This offer was first introduced this year, allowing guests to visit either Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach water park, depending which one was in operation. But since then, Disney announced that both water parks will remain in operation at the same time. But that free water park ticket offer is returning. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guests Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guests and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to WDWNT.travel, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free. That's right. So book today. Real quick, I also want to mention Carousel of Products. I know the holiday shopping season is upon us, so I want to mention some of our new products. Of course, if you love, well, let's show her behind me. Let's go to the Gertie Cam, shall we? Remember the Gertie Cam, kids? Yes, our 8-foot tall, 10-foot long inflatable Santa Gertie, they are set to arrive in our studio tomorrow, which means starting on Friday, they will be shipping out to you. So they're no longer a pre-order, they're just an order. So get yours now. We have limited supplies left, and when they're gone, they are gone. That's it. We only ordered 1,000, and when they're done, they're done. Meanwhile, if you need something a little smaller, maybe that fits in your home, we have these wonderful Santa Gertie Ice Cream of Extinction candles, which smell like peppermint ice cream. I think they kind of smell like peppermint cookie butter, but they're really wonderful. These are done in conjunction with Trader Walt's, a wonderful company that makes great candle and other products. These are available right now at carouselproducts.com. We also have some special bundles available and more, so go ahead and check us out. Again, carouselproducts.com. Let me slide these over. I want to smell one quick, though. I need to pick me up today. Oof, it's good. It's so good. Add a little sweetness to your day. There's also original art on that can, and I wrote a poem for it, which I think turned out really nice. A construction wall is up at the back of the Haunted Mansion graveyard in the Magic Kingdom, replacing construction markers that were placed back in July. The construction is for the Magic Kingdom's expansion of Frontierland mostly, which includes that new Cars area. The new wall is behind Madame Leota's and other headstones, blocking some of the graves from view. There is a piece of scrim where the wall meets a brick column. The wall extends to the side of the building beyond the fence. This, of course, may be related to work. Really, it's related to all the work in the area. They're going to need to do some heavy demolition just beyond the graveyard in the Haunted Mansion. Of course, just beyond those walls will eventually be a walkway that connects the Haunted Mansion back around to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, but we are a long, long way from there. But a lot of heavy construction to come in what was the Rivers of America. The South Florida Water Management District has approved Disney's permit for a 12.5-acre expansion to the Stollport site near Magic Kingdom, which will include the addition of 2 new Walt Disney Imagineering office buildings. Dubbed Project K, the permit covers 12.51 acres at the Stollport, the former Walt Disney World Airport site off of World Drive. Disney filed the individual environmental resource permit in August, and the district approved it on November 24th. It will expire in 5 years. The permit covers the construction of 2 new buildings as well as supportive infrastructure such as sidewalks, parking, and utilities. 2 existing retention ponds will also be altered, becoming a dry retention pond and a wet retention pond. The new office buildings will presumably be used for support work on the major Magic Kingdom expansions, including that Cars area at Frontierland and the Villains Land. But my theory is they are just getting started. I don't think the Villains Land and the Cars area are it. If there's this much infrastructure being built, I just feel like more is to come. I don't think we've seen all of what this full Magic Kingdom expansion plan entails, and I think there's more to come after Villains Land. And I don't know how long it's going to be until we know what it is, but I think they are preparing for the future. Between this and turning the Star Cruiser into more offices, that seems like a lot of offices. And you would only need that many offices if you plan on doing a lot of projects, and maybe even more projects than the current impressive slate, which includes Tropical Americas and Animal Kingdom and Monsters, Inc. at Hollywood Studios. There's got to be more, and I think they're just waiting for that other shoe to drop. Disney has announced details of a new Bluey experience coming to Walt Disney World in 2026. A meet and greet opportunity will also be available. Beginning in summer of next year, you'll be able to take a fun excursion to Conservation Station at Animal Kingdom, where you can play and dance with Bluey and Bingo. Get the wiggles out with fun animal twists to some of your favorite games from Bluey episodes like Butterfly Keepy Uppy. A meet and greet opportunity with the Blue Heeler pals will also be available, though Disney has not given specific details. Plus, guests will find animals native to Bluey's home country of Australia at the Conservation Station. Don't worry, more Bluey news coming up. He's coming everywhere. Is it a he or a she? Bluey's a boy, right? I don't even know. I have no idea. Bluey's a girl. See, I didn't even know. So more Bluey is coming. So stay tuned. In a few moments, we'll talk more about Bluey at Disneyland on Disney Cruise Line. Sorry, I don't have children. I'm sorry. It has been announced that additional tickets for upcoming Banana Ball events at Walt Disney World Resort will be released soon. Banana Ball, of course, the variation of baseball that focuses on exhibition and entertainment created by the Savannah Bananas. Although the Banana Ball ticket lottery list is currently closed, a select number of tickets that include food and beverage will be available for purchase soon, according to Disney. Banana Ball will take place at ESPN Wide World of Sports on May 29th and 30th, 2026. Disney Vacation Club has revealed a new administrative fee of $500 for resale transfers. DVC News discovered the fee on an updated Q&A page of the Disney Vacation Club website. Here's what it says. What information is required by Disney Vacation Club to be included in a resale contract is the question. A resale contract must be specific regarding the sale price, date of closing, the party, buyer/seller, paying closing costs, recording fees, annual dues, attorney fees, and real estate commissions if applicable. All parties, buyers and sellers, must sign the resale contract to be a valid contract for sale. Effective January 1st, 2026, Disney Vacation Management LLC charges a $500 contract administration fee for all resale contract closings. As stated in the answer, this fee is going into effect for all resale contracts on January 1st, 2026. Disney Vacation Club recently released their list of 2026 dues with an increase between 3 and 9%. This is typically the time of year we find out all these little updates for Disney Vacation Club. But man, they really don't want you to buy a resale contract because they know how much money you're going to save. Anyway. A new permit suggests that Gideon's Bakehouse will be expanding their operations at Disney Springs. The notice of commencement filed with the Orange County Comptroller is for new tenant build-out of leased space in Disney Springs at the address of 1600 East Buena Vista Drive, Suite C22. This is the former storefront of the Art of Shaving, which closed permanently back in January of 2024. The store has sat empty since then, and though the owner listed on the permit is Walt Disney World, the client is the First Raven LLC that's owned by Steve Lewis, the founder of Gideon's Bakehouse. The former Art of Shaving location is around the corner from Gideon's Bakehouse, but several businesses separate them, so they cannot connect. It cannot be a contiguous expansion of the existing space. It could be an additional location. Maybe it's a brand new venture by Lewis and the First Raven. Maybe just a mobile order pickup location. Who knows? But either way, it's clear that Gideon's is very popular and could use this. And if it is just a new business venture, I'd be surprised, just because the first business venture probably could produce more money with more space. Level 99 is an adult-oriented interactive social gaming experience, and it will be replacing the former NBA experience at Disney Springs, but now we know a general opening time frame for Level 99. In the Disney announcement today, Level 99 is set to open in 2026 at Disney Springs. While not very specific, this is the first time they've ever said anything of any sort of time frame of when this might open. This is kind of what we figured, though. The new Level 99 location was announced back in February. It's an adult-oriented interactive social gaming experience with over 60 challenge rooms and duels. There are 4 other Level 99 experiences around the country already. The first construction permit was filed back in April, but there haven't been exterior signs of construction, really. Digital signage was activated back in September. We know they've been starting to hire, so we knew we were closing in, but again, they've just said anytime next year. I tend to think it's going to be earlier next year, but we'll have to wait and see. The NBA experience was the previous tenant in this building. Of course, that replaced Disney Quest, which was completely demolished. Disneyland Resort has also announced a new stage show based on the Disney Plus series Bluey will open on March 22nd, 2026. The production, titled Bluey's Best Day Ever, will run throughout the year inside the Fantasyland Theater at Disneyland Park. Bluey's Best Day Ever will invite Disneyland Park guests to an immersive celebration of the heart and humor of the critically acclaimed Disney Plus animated series Bluey inside the Fantasyland Theater. The theater will transform into the grounds of Bluey's school, where guests can join the fun of Bluey's Best Day Ever. Throughout the day, Bluey and her sister Bingo will appear live on stage, joining a troupe of comedic actors and musicians. Together, they'll bring to life the popular music and games that are emblematic of the beloved Bluey episodes, inspiring young families and guests of all ages to participate. From entertaining live musical show moments that seamlessly segue into iconic games like Keepy Uppy, to interactive adventures in a life-size gnome village and fairy garden, it's a special time when play is welcomed and memories are created by all. Guests can step into the fair at Bluey's school with the Grannies, Chattermax, Unicourse. They can also delight in select themed fave food at Troubadour Tavern, inspired by the animated series. Oh, don't worry, we got one more Bluey story later. There's more. Disneyland, of course, also announced their entire calendar for 2026, and among that, they announced the return of Hyperspace Mountain in April. The overlay will be open for a limited time beginning on April 28th, 2026. Disney teased even more exciting news about Star Wars experiences at Disneyland coming soon. Hyperspace Mountain is usually available as part of Season of the Force, which coincides with Star Wars Day on May the 4th, but Disney was not willing to say that just yet. Of course, also coming is the new Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run mission based on The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's coming on May 22nd, 2026. Disneyland Resort also announced the official start date of their 2026 holiday season, even though the 2025 ones are currently going on. The holidays at Disneyland Resort will begin on November 18th, 2026. Disney did not announce an end date, but of course, it's usually after the start of the next year, so sometime in early 2027 would be the conclusion of that event. Guests can save on their 2026 Disneyland Resort vacations with various ticket and hotel offers. Disney announced details alongside the release of their calendar for next year. The limited time kids summer ticket offer will be available to purchase beginning January 21st for visits between May 22nd and September 7th. Guests ages 3 through 9 can visit Disneyland Resort for as low as $50 per child per day with 1-day, 2-day, and 3-day park hopper ticket options. You can add Lightning Lane Multipass for an additional fee as well. More information is available on the Disneyland website. Guests can save up to 25% on stays of 3 or more nights from January 1st through May 21st of next year at a Disneyland Resort hotel, subject to availability and restrictions. In the summer, extending vacation plans with an on-property stay can save up to 25% on stays of 4 or more nights from May 22nd through September 7th at a Disneyland Resort hotel with reservations beginning January 21st. Disneyland Resort also announced the dates of their 2026 Halloween offerings, including Oogie Boogie Bash, a Disney Halloween party, and Plaza de la Familia honoring Dia de los Muertos. Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort will run from August 21st through October 31st, 2026. And they promise festive frights and pumpkin delights returning for guests of all ages to enjoy, including seasonal attractions, family-friendly entertainment, and autumnal accoutrements throughout the resort. Oogie Boogie Bash, a Disney Halloween party, will return for more parties than ever with 33 dates. Those can all be read on our website, by the way. I won't read all 33 to you now, but more than they've ever had. Plaza de la Familia at Disney California Adventure will run from August 21st to November 2nd. The annual celebration of the everlasting bonds of family and the spirit of Dia de los Muertos returns inspired by Coco. Bluey and Bingo will appear on select 2026 Disney Cruise Line sailings. Bluey made her surprise debut on the Disney Wonder in January, but 2026 offerings are expanded to include greetings, entertainment, and Bluey's sister Bingo. Dive into more Bluey and Bingo fun on board those sailings. The duo will be on select domestic sailings for greetings, dance parties, and more. Spend some time meeting and interacting with Bluey and Bingo, or get the whole family moving at the high-energy Wakey Wakey, a morning celebration. Who's Behind the Curtain, a family game show that ends in a dance party, is also coming. Pajama Bash will offer freeze dancing, interactive games, and special character appearances, as well as Bluey and Bingo's favorite games and scavenger hunts and crafts. Sailings will depart from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on the Disney Dream starting February 2026 and on the Disney Wish starting June of 2026. Those are the ships Bluey and Bingo will be appearing on. The Muppets will soon be making live appearances on Disney Cruise Line as well, and more at Disney theme parks. A special edition of Time magazine about the Muppets included an interview between writer Chris Nashawati and Muppet Studio Vice President Lee Slaughter. Slaughter said that fans want some laughs and a little bit of joy from the Muppets. We're here to make the world a whole lot happier and a little weirder, Nashawati added. And to that end, fans may want to start booking their travel plans for next year because they're about to see a lot more of Kermit and company at Disney's cruise ships and theme parks, including live appearances from characters on land and sea. Nashawati noted that the Muppets are taking over Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios, of course, but this seems to be indicating that there are a lot more live Muppet appearances coming to the cruise line and the parks. Disney has not announced what those will be just yet. We'll have to wait and see, but it's been it's been a good and bad time for the Muppets. We lost Muppet Vision, but at the same time, the Holidays in Hollywood show for Jollywood Nights features the Muppets. We have Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster on the way, and then this announcement. It seems like Disney's trying to make a little bit of a make-good on getting rid of Muppet Vision, and we'll have to see how this all shakes out with time. Disney Experiences Chairman Josh D'Amaro remains the frontrunner for the position of the Walt Disney Company CEO. He and Entertainment co-chairman Dana Walden both pitched their visions for the company to the Disney board this summer, according to the Wall Street Journal. D'Amaro and Walden were among a short list of 4 executives considered likely candidates. Jimmy Pitaro, the chairman of ESPN and Sports Content, reportedly stated he was not interested in the role, while Alan Bergman, the co-chairman of Disney Entertainment, does not have the charisma Disney is looking for, reportedly. Over the past few years, D'Amaro and Walden have both been considered for the job, but D'Amaro has been squarely in first place for several months now. The Wall Street Journal states both met with the board in Orlando this summer. to discuss their vision and if they were to become CEO. And again, the Wall Street Journal stated both met with the board in Orlando this summer to discuss their visions for the company if they were to become CEO. Tomorrow's strategy included a bigger role for video games in the company and integrating gaming technology throughout creative processes. Whoever is chosen as CEO is expected to work alongside current CEO Bob Iger for a period of time before fully taking over. The board's top priority, though, is to cause as little drama as possible with no major exits after the decision is made. Disney has held contract extension talks with other executives who report to Iger, and some will likely be offered expanded roles and new titles to ensure they stay with the company, again, leading to as little drama as possible. Obviously, there was a lot of drama the last time Bob Iger left, and then Bob Chapek was CEO, and that didn't last long, and then Bob Iger came back, and of course, the whole entertainment world was turned on its ears. So they'd like to avoid that this time, and we assume they will. For the absolute latest on these stories and all that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss and Inflatable Gertie saying, enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Say goodbye, Gertie.